Hi, I'm Jill from TimeOnOurHands.com. Thanks for watching this video. Recently, Larissa and I have been working on planning a fall dinner party. And I decided to try printing leaves onto fabric to make some fall foliage cloth napkins for the party. It was really fun, and I think they came out really cool. Let me show you how I easily printed leaves onto fabric using inexpensive acrylic paint. Let's get started. To print leaves on fabric, you'll need a few supplies. A set of cloth napkins, I used 100% cotton, acrylic paint, fabric painting medium, newsprint, leaves, a foam applicator, and an iron. I know it's tempting to break out the paint and get to town printing, but if you want to be as successful as possible at printing leaves onto fabric, you need to wash the fabric first to remove chemicals that could keep the paint from sticking to the fabric correctly. First, I washed my store-bought napkins according to the directions on their tag. Then I ironed them once they were dry. First, I lined my work area with newsprint to protect the counter from paint. Then, I made a palette out of a piece of cardboard wrapped in freezer paper to hold and mix my paint on. Then I mixed my paint up. To help make acrylic paint adhere to fabric, add fabric medium to the paint according to package instructions. The instructions on my DecoArt fabric painting medium called for a 2:1 ratio of paint to medium. I measured out 2 teaspoons of paint and 1 teaspoon of medium onto my palette and mixed it thoroughly with an old spoon. Next, I made myself a dauber to apply the paint to the leaves out of an old piece of foam I had, a small bottle, and tape. There are probably a lot of different ways to apply the paint to the leaves that will work. This is just what I had on hand. You could buy a foam applicator or try using a brush or a piece of cloth. This project gets a little messy with paint on the leaves and your hands, but it's really fun. Now time for the fun part. Printing the leaves onto the fabric. First, apply paint to the back side of your leaf. It's important to put the paint on the back side because that's where all the detail is that will get transferred onto the fabric with the paint. It takes a couple of times printing the painted leaf onto the fabric to tell how much paint to use. Don't be afraid to use enough paint. I used 3 different colors of paint and applied a little of each and blended to get a realistic fall foliage look. Next, move your painted leaf paint side up to a clean piece of paper. Clean any paint on your hands off with a baby wipe or moistened paper towel. Then carefully place your piece of fabric on the leaf, holding the leaf in place and pressing down firmly the fabric onto the leaf. Some paint may come through the fabric and get onto your hands, but be careful not to get paint everywhere. If you get paint on your hands, wipe it off immediately before you touch the fabric. I kept baby wipes or a damp paper towel close by to wipe the paint off my hands frequently. Last, lift the fabric up and carefully remove the leaf to reveal your leaf print. You can stamp as many or as few leaves as you want. Since I was having so much fun, I kept going and going and printing and printing. I love how bright the colors I used came out. They look just like the beautiful Maine fall leaves. And since I used fabric medium in the paint and heat set it, they're washable and reusable. Allow the paint to dry for at least 24 hours and then iron the painted leaves according to the directions on the fabric painting medium to heat set them to the fabric. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, please give us a thumbs up. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section down below and we'll get right back to you. As always, all details and links to supplies can be found at our blog with a link in the description box below. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more, check out one of these videos. Thanks for watching. Have a great afternoon and I'll see you next time.